LAPD group stalking, repeatedly sounding helicopter activity, again, as I review evidence on my phone about what they're engaging in, the evidence that already surrounds them. They engage in what is ongoing, stalking in the helicopter, amplifying it while they are flying back and forth over my office, all right, and doing so while I am reviewing this. You already know that they're in the specific environment, okay? They're monitoring what's going on my phone. So hold on, let me get you a view, because there they are stalking. They're not going anywhere, they're stalking. And they're stalking, again, while I'm reviewing the maintenance of the sun over me at the intersection of Arrow Boulevard and Sierra Avenue in Fontana, California, from as early as 9 a.m. when Officer McMillan is group stalking on a motorcycle with no license plate, as late as 6:32 p.m. at that same exact intersection, and you see that light source, and you see the people of the state engaging in a demonic behavioral pattern of what is patrolling through the systematic means of traffic. And under that timeline, that one vivid illustration of what is documentation showing the placement of a sun for the duration of the day is exactly what I'm giving you as a vivid illustration to understand what the people of the state are doing here at while I'm living and working at Alvarado Gardens in Los Angeles, where you're looking at the maintenance of a light source over me all day long, the entity engaging in rising and setting the sun at this property, which you already know is asininity. All right, but I'm giving you a vivid illustration of what the entity was doing, for example, in Fontana, where the sun is present from 9 a.m. to 6:32 p.m. as a matter of documentation, which is showing the maintenance of that light source, and it's in alignment with me. While I'm reviewing this evidence, that's the LAPD that's engaging in creating more incriminating conduct, because the entity engages in group stalking through the corrupt law enforcement agencies as you prosecute the people, as you document the people, as you expose the people who are the demon-possessed entity that you see group stalking in Fontana at Arrow and Sierra under what is that impossibility. All right, and they do it in concert with these corrupt law enforcement agencies, and that documentation of these corrupt law enforcement agencies, this is speaking to this one who's don't need to know her name, right? You see, that's crossing path. Don't need to know her name. Don't need to know, but anywhere in relevant position, wherever she is, wherever that demon lives, she's going to be prosecuted. She's being documented. The people of the state are being documented right now, as are the people of the state in Florida. Excuse me, not in Florida. The people of the state in Fontana are being documented on an ongoing basis. California, the state of California documented engaging in what is a demonic terrorizing system of ongoing surveillance, and it is encapsulated. You are looking at it under the circumstances of what is an unnatural environment. The sun doesn't remain over one intersection. It's not going to be captured at one intersection in its zenith or in perfect alignment with one person or all persons while you're both in motion. And also while you're stationary at one, and this is what the entity is doing. It's remaining stationary at Alvarado Gardens all day long, rising and setting, and that's stationary. Being on one side of the property to the other, it's not going anywhere. In addition, you have what is not even light activity, but you see very vivid demonic activity at Arrow Boulevard and Sierra Avenue in Fontana, where you're looking at the engineered light that these demons, these are the people of the state, they're repeatedly crossing path and traffic, and engineered light at the same exact intersection that I'm present at 9 a.m. where Officer McMillan is group stalking on a motorcycle at that same exact location. I return at that same exact location at 6:32 p.m. at the Fontana Chamber of Commerce. All right, at the intersection of Sierra Avenue, that's where the Citibank is located. That's where the Fontana Fire Department is located. That's where the Fontana Lewis Library is. This is where the entity is maintaining that light source, and then you're going to juxtapose that with what the people of the state, because that's what this environment tells you. It lets you know what they are, and it lets you know what they're doing. Okay, that's how you know what the significance of that demon that's using a truck for a means of beeping in the background. They're all paying very close attention, and that's why the Los Angeles Police Department is stalking me obsessively, flying over while it's reviewing at the same time while I look at that evidence that I'm going to remind you about. I'm going to publish it today to the Compare the P.O.C. folder. All right, it is currently, by the way, 12:28 p.m. There's no sun that's ever going to be present at Alvarado Gardens, as you are recalling that same exact documentation. You're looking at what is present. It's right here. There's no sun over Sierra Avenue and Arrow Boulevard. No, that's not going to possibly be the case. And you are looking at what is the maintenance documentation that's already established. The entity is not only is the light source here, which is impossible, the light source stays here all day, which is impossible. And then the entity engages in that hallmark of the ability to basically establish the prima facie case. The entity starts stalking by helicopters and police officers and fire trucks and ambulances, engaging in criminal summoning, psychopaths sounding sirens in the specific environment, psychopaths stalking in helicopters in the specific environment. All right, and it is replete with what is impossible light activity. All right, light activity that doesn't even in any way behave like regular sunlight. But you know what it does do? It provides you what is the context because of this idiotic illusion. Okay, this illogical illusion that they're creating. This lets you know that the light source is hovering right here. All right, so there is no argument reasonably, or even when you want to break down the illusion of the demon possessed, who wants you to remain ignorant about what you're actually surrounded by. This is speaking to the presence, the immediacy of the light source, as opposed to some, I want to be clear, some unreasonable and literally some unintelligent position where you are going to somehow contend that this is also over Arrow and Sierra Avenue at the same time, and let alone for all times of the day, because that's exactly what you capture when I'm showing you 3 videos at 9 a.m., at 3:30 in the afternoon, and at 6:32 in the evening, the same exact intersection. Under no circumstances would that be the sun in Fontana, and under no circumstances is this the sun, nor is that sunlight. Okay, but you can use this. You can use this because it's engineered light. You know that there's light appearing on the ceilings, shadows appearing on the ceilings. What do you think this is? It's very clear. Okay, and the entity continues to incriminate the people while they're stalking obsessively in helicopters. And as I prosecute the people of the state, all of whom are group stalking in relevant position, facilitating a government's ability to place you under surveillance, engaging in that ongoing criminal monitoring while your life is being threatening, is to threaten your life. By the way, they're engaging in an ongoing malicious system while it is ceaselessly underway. You're going to prosecute the people for that. These are the repercussions of engaging in such a conspiracy with the government. You don't want to get in bed with the government because the government can't save itself and it can't save the people. All right, so everything that the government is doing, the people are doing. And I want to be clear, not only is that based on the criminal elements of monitoring, but also everything that's reasonably foreseeable to result from that. So a government that can't handle the repercussions or exposure likes to engage in obsessive stalking in helicopter and threatening your life. Well, guess what? The people of the state are going to be prosecuted for that, because they're monitoring together. It doesn't stop. They're not taking a pause. Oh wait, let them fly over by helicopter because no. They're acting together. That's called the ongoing criminal conspiracy that doesn't stop, and you will be held liable for everything, civilly and criminally, that's resulting from that ongoing conspiracy. And capturing the light source in Fontana, California, again, ongoing vivid illustration. In addition to the presence of the engineer light, in addition to the presence of the entity stalking by helicopter, that is beyond a coincidence. I have hundreds of videos of showing the entity stalking by helicopter in the specific environment, day and night. Okay, this is P.O.C.